Nah.
Does your asshole itch?
No. Okay.
Welcome to the I Regret Nothing podcast.
I Regret Nothing podcast.
Sweet.
With Mike J and Pedro.
Hey guys, what about me?
I regret nothing.
I regret nothing.
Hey, dickheads, you forgot about me, Matt Baguette.
We regret nothing.
I regret everything. Everything I've ever done.
Here we go. There's a new face.
70.
There's a new face on this 70th edition of the I Regret Nothing podcast. Nope, it's not that French boy you see in the bottom left. Nope, it's not that incel Portuguese guy you see in the bottom right.
He's from Brazil.
Is that kid in the helmet, Kommander Karl. He's here to do some NPC stuff for us. That's it. We're going to spend 1 hour watching him do reloads and NPC stuff. Since that's the new hot thing to do on streaming, right? Like people just do this NPC shit and then they get tons of money, right? Right? That's a thing, right? I'm not making that up.
I don't think I'll ever stoop to that level. I don't think I'll ever be. I'm not going to lose enough dignity to do an NPC live stream.
Well, I don't have enough dignity, so maybe I should do it. I have little to no dignity. Anyway, if you guys don't know who Kommander Karl is, you live under a fucking rock. This guy is internet famous for making reload videos on various platforms, most notably TikTok, where he has 3.5 million subscribers, YouTube, where he has a few 100,000, and Twitter, where he has a couple 100,000. And he made a video of him doing some Postal 2 NPC stuff, like signing the petition and shit like that. And I happened to see the video. We all laughed at it, jerked off, had a good time. And I noticed on his TikTok, it said he was a game developer also. So we just reached out. We're like, hey, we really like this shit you do. And, maybe at some point you want to throw down some art or make something for Postal 4. That'd be pretty cool. And so he was like, I'm in.
All I had to do was just furiously masturbate in front of Mike, and I got the job.
Facts. He came on the cookie. He came on the cookie. We all ate it.
Yep. Soggy what? Soggy
it was the
biscuit, right?
limpest biscuit I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
So anyway, this guy, we gave him a
Delicious.
nice art test. We gave him the Mad Cow Bidet fountain that's in the Wednesday intro in Postal 4 because we are actually opening up the foyer for my McMansion in Postal 4, and we needed the centerpiece. It hadn't been done yet. So I was like, let's give this alleged 3D artist a task. And he's seen the art and he was like, no big deal. And I think he spent like 2 days doing it, and it was fucking Stella. So now he works with Running with Scissors, and now this podcast is half 3D artists.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. This podcast has actual credit now with gamers because there's actually 2 real developers on it. Matt's like, I don't even fucking know. He does something.
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
I do stuff sometimes.
Right. Well, he doesn't have 3.5 million TikTok subs, so he's kind of worthless to us in the grand scheme. Like, we like him and he does some good work, but I don't know. He doesn't really sleep.
I
didn't show my meat yet. That's why.
Yes, you did.
Well,
how come I saw it?
Shit.
We contacted the Japanese government, who watches everything you do through your smart fridge and your smart microwave and your smart bidet.
My smart bidet, yeah.
Yeah. I did see one comment in the chat from a funny boy that, or was it funny boy? No, I don't remember where it was. Oh, sorry, Spy Yoshi, that Karl didn't make the Mad Cow model. That is true. Actually, it's the original model from Paradise Lost and
Josh.
Apocalypse Weekend that Josh created back in the day, and he did up-res it, did a little work to it, and then Karl incorporated that in. So he did the rest. I mean, he'll tell you himself he's not
not a character artist.
He's not a character artist. He doesn't do organic. He does smooth edge, hard edge, jack off edge.
If you give me a high poly character model, I will decimate that. I'll UV unwrap it and I'll get it textured.
There you go. That's good enough for us.
That's what I did.
I don't even know what that means, and I don't care. As long as the game sort of works, I'm good with it. And so it turns out Karl is a fan, which is basically where we hire all of our employees. I mean, everybody that works Running with Scissors at this point was a big fan prior to working with us and is working on one of their favorite games. So, see, he's even got his little petition. One day he'll get it signed. Whoa. What did it say? Petition to...
It's a petition to cancel Commander Karl for making shitty, distasteful submarine jokes, because I cashed in on the Ocean Gate meme zeitgeist.
I saw that, yeah.
I had a lot of unhappy folks.
You got a lot of too soons. Too soon, Commander Karl.
People acting like I was making fun of 9/11. Like, come on, man.
I mean, there is only one truly sad death on that boat, and it's the kid that the parent forced on there. Everybody else was a fucking egotistical idiot who did zero research into going into one of the most dangerous places in the universe. So
that's what I'm fucking saying. I feel bad for the kid, but fuck everyone else, man. God damn.
Yeah, pretty stupid. Pretty stupid. So anyway, Karl works with us now. That's pretty fucking dope. If you didn't see his video today, he took some of the Running with Scissors signs that I sent him, and he took them to a gun range, and he popped it full of rounds from all kinds of various automatic and semi-automatic weapons. So go to our Twitter or I don't know, his Twitter, and check out the video. It's pretty cool. So that, you know, on top of the art and the lighting stuff that Karl's going to be helping us out with, he's also going to help us out with a little marketing, a little PR, a little funny gags on the internet that me and Pedro have been sort of doing by ourselves for a couple of years. Yeah. So now we have some real clout on this ass. So
some serious crowd.
Nick Bernard wants to see my flaccid cock. It's probably not going to happen on this podcast. This is a family-friendly podcast. I don't know that. Plus, you're not ready for this circumcised cock. Oh yeah, by the way, this week we were spammed to high hell by some pro-circumcision dude or organization or something, acting like all we do is spout anti-circumcision nonsense on the internet, because he takes our little jokes that me and Pedro make very, very seriously. I mean, he spammed my email, Pedro's email, Vince's email, John's email, and then he spammed the talk box on our website. He spammed our Twitter comments, and it was crazy. I even responded to the guy. I'm like, hey, dude, I'm Jewish. I don't have any foreskin. And then he's like, well, then you're just supportive of the anti-movement. Think of all the people that weren't circumcised that ruined the world. And he was like talking about all these despots. And I was like, oh, I mean, I guess that's the reason. But I asked him to stop spamming us, and he did not. So, well, as you can see, our podcast window does not address our circumcision status. So clearly Pedro took this to heart this week and just left it off of the...
Actually, the only reason why I left it off is because I don't know if Karl is circumcised or not, so I didn't include
I'm not.
It.
I'm uncircumcised. By the way,
yes!
I didn't know you were Jewish, Mike. I'm also Jewish.
You're not, if you have foreskin.
Foreskin society.
You're actually not.
Well, my parents opted to not do that, which I'm
glad they're cheap, or
okay, so
he likes the cheese wallet, Mike. He wants his little cheese wallet.
They already had their own wallets. They didn't need to make a new wallet out of your foreskin. I understand.
Okay, so for the next one, just to piss that guy off, we are going to include the foreskin status.
Got it.
And you will be part of the foreskin society. Welcome, brother.
The dude is uncircumcised. How do you think he carries all of the items in the game? He just puts it in
There's
his
no
torso.
backpack on his back, so he just uses his
No.
little coin purse that's wrapped around his his dickhead.
His turtleneck.
Yeah. Why
We
do
did
people
have
get
something like that.
circumcised again? I'm dumb and don't remember. Well, we're not going to act. This is not a medical podcast. We're not going to address the hows and whys of circumcision or the efficacy or anything like that. We're just making jokes. So if you are offended by circumcision or if you're offended by the anti-circumcision movement, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That's all I have
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
And also, if you have foreskin, please clean it out. It's fucking disgusting. So for the record, just, make sure you clean it out, just like you clean every other part of your body.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but we finally released the Postal 4 update.
Wait,
Was it
what?
yesterday?
I didn't
Was it
notice.
yesterday or the day before?
I didn't know.
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday. Jeez, man.
Yep.
When was our last update? January?
January. And by the way,
Wow.
we already have a hotfix coming out.
We have a hotfix that will improve your loading times.
Yeah.
All
We're
around.
talking about 40% more or less.
Yeah.
40%. At least.
It's not,
at
it's not
least.
the Zap Zone removal update because that's never coming. But it will improve your loading times regardless if you have
We
an
are
SSD
cooking.
or a hard drive.
We are cooking.
Yeah. And if you have it on console, that will also come to console at some point. We're hoping that they'll actually let us do a rapid patch for that. Because if you have a PlayStation and you're like, why didn't I get the update? You can just forget that. Like, we're a PC developer. When we're done with an update, it goes straight out to the PC users. And then we will eventually send it to the console porting team, who does not work for us. They are a separate team that we have to pay. And then they have to go through months of profiling and incorporation and testing and submission. And it's very, very fucking expensive to update the PlayStation build. So if you're like chomping at the bit for this update, then you're going to need to get a PC because I'm not 100% positive we're even going to send this update to the console porting team. We might wait for the next one because we really don't have the money to pay them for a big update now and another big update in 4 or 5 months. So odds are it's just going to be all wrapped up into one big patch when we're closer to complete. Also, like I said, I'm going to look into them doing the loading times update because that's kind of the most important thing for consoles. Not having the drop kick sucks, and not having some of the new passes on plenty of things sucks. But more importantly, loading into the game is a little bit shitty. So I'm hoping that we can get at least a rapid patch out that will fix loading times. So if you haven't had a
Good
chance
news.
to play Postal 4,
We have a good news though.
yeah, if you haven't had a chance to play Postal 4 in a while, boot it up, check it out.
But yeah,
Give us your thoughts. If you shit on the game on Steam, which I doubt if you're listening to our podcast, you're a thumbs down on Postal 4. But it's possible. If you are, please take a chance. Go play the update. And if you think it's better, flip your thumbs down to a thumbs up.
Yeah, update your review.
Yeah, we live and die
we have
by
so
Steam
many
reviews.
new features and
We kind of
improvements.
live and die by the review sometime on Steam. So,
Yeah, we do.
We got the drop kick. We got more pickups, map improvements, drop
most of the
kick.
map
Full
revamped,
localization.
UI.
Full localization, including the UI, the phone system in game, the notifications on top of the subtitles. The subtitles have been there for a while. That's actually something that needs to go into the console builds too. So if you had a problem playing the game because you're not a native English speaker and you're like, how do I tell what mission I need to do? I don't speak English. Well, now you will know because the phone UI is localized. So,
But yeah, we got
and
a shit ton of new stuff.
physics,
physics,
Yep.
drop kick,
mission improvement, like errands improvement.
a bunch of interactables, drop kick.
Yeah, if you haven't
people
seen
have
the
have been
list-
asking for the Postal Free gloves. They're back.
They're
in.
back, yeah. If you haven't
New
seen the
animations,
list, if you haven't
drop
seen the list,
kick, new challenges, drop kick.
you said drop kick 14 times.
That's
It's
what people love the most
kick.
now. That's the new
Fucking
thing. Yeah.
drop kick.
No, but I think if we wanted to showcase all the improvements, it will especially from like the map perspective, it will take hundreds of screenshots. We like retouch most of the map. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And by the way, the map improvements that you're seeing right now, they're not even all of them. We
yeah.
also have
We have-
some
we have more.
internally which we will update later. So this is just round number 1. There's more coming.
We're
And
gonna
it's
revamp
pretty damn good.
we're gonna revamp the animal catcher errand soon. So
And dropkick.
Ugh.
and more dropkick. And also we have a new trailer coming up soon. So,
Yeah. Well, you all know that co-op is in the pipe.
Oh yeah.
And so we have a co-op trailer coming out for Realms Deep. It's pretty cool. I think Matt
Very
and
cool.
Pedro were the ones playing around in there the last few days. But
You know, I've actually gotten quite a few comments and questions from my fans, and that question is, when is Commander Karl going to be added to the game?
we need to
well,
cook.
putting in anything other than your head would probably take a long time. I mean, the biggest issue is at this point in the game is that if you want like a full Commander Karl character with voice and everything, ooh, that's a lot of work.
A lot of work, yeah.
We could
But we do
stick
have
your head onto
something.
Civi's model, and then you'd be huge.
We do
But,
have something for for the developers. So
yeah, we have a
maybe
simpler
we can
answer for
include you there.
things. It's not quite that, and it's possible down the line. We definitely need to think about that one because he's worth more than all of us combined.
Yeah. He's worth more than the whole game,
He's worth more
At
than
this
the whole
point.
game combined.
and the game will cost millions.
What do you think
to
about
make,
Postal
so-
4, Carl? You've been playing around in it a lot lately.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I fire it up at least once a day. I usually play it at night before bed, and I've really been enjoying a lot of the missions, like the prison. I still have to finish the rest of the game. I'm kind of taking my time with it, screwing around with the physics. I actually can't wait to play with some of the new physics. Pissing on people, watching them throw up, all the fun stuff you do when you play Postal.
Ooh, actually, there is one feature. It's kind of jank, but you can throw poop now.
No way.
I mean, it's a physics object, so you can sort of float, pick it up, and toss it. It's nothing. It's not Duke Nukem Forever style where you're picking up little logs of turd, which we could implement, I suppose.
We
But,
thought about doing it. Yeah.
It's probably not
But-
happening. We're not prioritizing
No.
poop throwing.
Well, there's like some legal reasons as well, but yeah.
I got literally shit on for a TikTok video I made where I was like, we are never putting poop throwing in the game. And it was just like endless responses of literally unplayable. I'm never buying this game. Ban this game. Pussies. You guys are fucking snowflakes, bitches.
Oh well.
And, but I was just kidding.
We can always. I'm down to edit when we have the workshop, the Steam workshop.
Yeah, we can throw up our own poop throwing mod on Workshop when Workshop's there. That is also coming at some point in the not so distant future. We have to get the game closer to finished. Then we have to spend a bunch of time organizing. And then, and only then, will Workshop be up on Steam. Yes, we're fucking annoyed it's not there already. It's kind of why we're still here today, the whole Workshop community from Postal 2. So we're fucking sorry that it's not
Yeah.
there.
It's okay. We are redeemed because the Mad Cow doll is coming up soon.
Mad Cow Doll
Oh, yeah.
is on a slow boat from China right now. It did ship. So hopefully in the next 2 weeks, I will have Mad Cow Mike J talking dolls to go along with our Postal Dude doll, Postal Brain Damage Dude doll, Cunny doll, and Crotchy doll.
The massive
and
box
Chimp
of Kenny doll behind you. Yeah.
There's a
so-
big box of Cunny dolls.
Right
already. They're actually
there.
Cunny dolls on top of Champ dolls. I have to consolidate space. I don't have a lot of room in here, and the more dolls I get, the less room I have in here. So there are 3 dolls in production. Well, there's 2 dolls in production and 1 on the way. Right now we have the Mad Cow doll on the way to me, and in production we have the Vince doll, and it's basically Postal 4 Mob Boss Vince, and then we have Postal 1/Redux Dude doll in production. So at
And we
some
have
point,
the figurine, the collectible. Like
that's
the,
not
yeah.
in production right now. I'm actually talking to somebody new on Discord right now who reached out to me in the chat. He's a fan and he has a company. So at some point we're gonna get this little dude made. Here's the sample 3D print we have here.
That is
it's
sick. That
it's
looks
pretty
so
well
good.
done. Yeah, we would
It's
really like
sick.
it, but I don't think you guys understand how stupid expensive it is. Even to get just basic moving ones, you still have to have an injection mold made, which is fucking expensive. Unless you're making 10,000 of them, it's like raises the price of these an insane amount. And if you want them painted, that's super expensive too. So we're looking to do it. We are definitely looking to do it. It's just not happening this moment, and they're fucking expensive. So what you guys need to do is keep buying more of our merch, and then we'll keep making more merch. Also, the one other product we have in production right now is little running with scissors size lapel pins. People have been asking about that shit for a long time. So I have lapel pins on the way too. And we have socks back in stock. We still have plenty of champ pillowcases for you fucking weirdos that think it's weird to cuddle up against your dog. I don't know. I don't even understand. I don't even understand this fucking Gen Z bullshit.
The dumbest shit ever.
Yeah, Gen Z bullshit.
But yeah, also, really, you guys don't want to miss Realm Zip. We talked about it briefly here, but we have a trailer for co-op.
It's really good. It's really good.
The trailer is fun, and you will have co-op ready for that.
Shit, we just had a
but
huge
it was
internet.
very
We
fun
just had a
recording
huge
it.
internet spike here. That's not great.
Shit.
Oh yeah, it's back. It's back. We back.
Yeah, but it was very fucking fun to record that co-op trailer, and it was equally as fun to just fuck around in co-op. So you guys are going to have a lot of fun with that, but it's not going to be anytime soon. But at least at the end of this month, you will have a trailer to look forward to at Realms Deep.
Also, I was there filming skits for Realms Deep. So if you want to see me beat the fucking shit out of Ty again in a suit, I wore a fucking suit this time, and Louboutin shoes, make sure you tune into Realms Deep. It's coming up on the 30th, I believe, of the month. So make sure you subscribe.
It's such a beautiful tradition.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to 3D Realms Twitter and YouTube and everything, so you can watch that when it comes out. All right, we're done talking about us. We can move on to our actual topics here, huh? Topic 1, Megan Fox and Natara in MK1. Is that a big deal? I don't.
I think Homelander and Omni-Man and Peacemaker are like bigger deals to me, but
Clearly not to the guy that wrote the topics.
I mean, it's cool that they are. I think they've done it probably in the past. Like people just like this, like a skin of like. I think they have Jean-Claude Van Damme and Megan Fox, but it's cool. Why not?
My point with the topic is sometimes there's far too much value in getting an actor to play a character, even if it doesn't make too much sense. I don't know. I think it's fine, but Megan Fox, I mean, I'm pretty sure they could have gotten somebody who's better, even though it doesn't have the same star value.
But it's just a skin, so it's okay, I think.
I mean, they
It's
just
not-
used
it's
her
really
likeness, right? Like she did,
Yeah,
or is it her voice too?
Voice and likeness.
Got it.
Yeah.
So she didn't go
But
into the
it's still a
studio and
skin,
do the
yeah.
fighting moves.
No,
Not it.
no.
That
They
no.
got for Omni-Man, they got J.K. Simmons, and Homelander, they got Anthony Starr, and like same, they got John Cena for Peacemaker. So it's pretty good. They are going like full on. They are not doing it like half-ass, but we'll see. I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun game. I actually pre-order it instead of buying Starfield. I pre-ordered that game instead.
I didn't
We'll
buy
see.
Starfield or that game. I'm waiting for the Cyberpunk DLC myself.
Oh yeah, soon.
Yeah, it's in the topics actually.
Oh, well, guess I should
Coming
look.
real soon.
Guess I should look at the topics for that. Anyway, yeah, MK1. We get a lot of requests for the dude to be in Mortal Kombat, and I'm like, okay.
Well,
Ed Boon.
they wanted to be in any game like Fortnite, Roblox,
Death by
whatever.
Daylight. What else?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
Super
Payday.
Smash Bros. Payday.
Oh,
We'd love
somebody
it.
said Kat
Ask-
Dennings
you-
as
You got
as
to
a
ask
character.
them. We don't control what characters are in their games. We're down for anything. We'll put the dude in a
Yep.
porn game. Just
We need to get Kat Dennings in Postal.
oh yeah,
that's for sure.
Carl, are you a Kat Dennings simp? Because Pedro is.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
There you go. You probably do. She's been in a
let
couple
me-
of Marvel things. She was in Two Broke Girls.
Cat Dennings.
40-year-old virgin. She was the daughter in 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah, I like vaguely recognize her.
Well, that's
Oh, yeah.
good
Postal
because
too.
she is vaguely recognizable. That is how it
Very
sums up.
recognizable, I
Very.
would say.
Pedro has a Kat Dennings body pillow.
Are you
Yeah.
fucking
He must
serious?
have, yeah.
No, actually, I've upgraded. Now I have a vacuum with a cardboard cutout.
Oh,
Um,
so and it doubles as your haircut. You do a little Floby haircut. You suck on your
yeah,
cock.
it has a little mop to make the hair, and I'm like, yeah. So I don't do
Cool.
weird stuff to it yet.
Very cool,
We're pros
Pedro.
of this.
Very cool.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
also, as we were talking about it, Starfield was released.
Yeah.
Has anybody
Fuck
here
that
played
game.
it?
I've
Nope,
played it.
I'm-
I've started
Nope.
the first half hour of it, and I mean it very clearly shares a lot of DNA with previous Bethesda games, which personally I like because if you play a lot of Bethesda games already, it's an easy game to pick up.
I've never.
I love Bethesda game, but I hate Starfield.
Did it meet your
It's-
expectations
it's,
though?
It's a lesser No Man's Sky or Star Citizen. And there's things I like about it. It's just it's so aged, like the AI, there's no AI. Even Postal 4 has better AI. Come on, and by a mile. Like Cyberpunk at release was better than Starfield. Like the AI was not as done. The character models look so dated. Like
Did
I
you
don't know if
get
it's an
Did you get 10 hours in yet? Because I've heard 10 hours is about the point
that's
where
why it needs
everything
to be
gets
good. But
good.
no game you shouldn't have to play a game for 10 hours to be.
Well, that's how long
for it to be
Death
fun.
Stranding
Yeah.
took to get good, and I am thankful that I kept playing it.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It hooked me from the start. It was just the tutorial was very laborious. Like it was
Yeah.
a drag. Yeah.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
No vehicles. Here,
Yeah.
walk around this area for 10 fucking hours.
People had the most insane expectations about Starfield. Same way they had about Cyberpunk. With Cyberpunk, they thought, okay, every single building you can enter. Bullshit. Now with Starfield, they thought, okay, you can pull a No Man's Sky, and every planet is going to be very interesting and detailed, and you can go in and out. Exploration sucks.
The planets are pretty small. It's like they are like squares. You cannot run forever. They have like
And,
an invisible
yeah,
wall on them.
There's
Yeah.
like tiles, and you can go from one side to the other, and then there's a limit. You don't
Yeah.
go around.
You guys
like
do know
fucking
that
No
you're
Man's Sky.
offending Commander Karl. He likes the game, okay?
No, it's all good. Like I think people had a lot of expectations for it. They had the expectation to do what you can do in No Man's Sky, but you have to remember the planets in No Man's Sky when I played that game are actually I think smaller than like a general planetary scale.
Yeah, no, they are. Yeah, but the
They
thing is
are.
that No Man's Sky was really poor at release. I mean,
It
to be
was.
fair, No Man's Sky had like 7 or 8 years to become what it is now, right?
Yeah,
But
they
they
really
are.
turned it around.
I think they are a team of 15 or 20 people working on No Man's Sky. Like Bethesda, they've been working on Starfield for so long. They could have seen, oh, okay, they did this in Star Citizen, they did this in Elite Dangerous. Like, take all the best parts, and they took a lot of. There's so many good things in Starfield, like the weapon, the gameplay feel. It feels good. It just the game feels like there's no life to it. I saw like you could aim at the NPCs and they will not react. Even the police, you could shoot next to the police, they don't even react. Like that's like
Interesting.
basic things that even like we have in our game, and we are not even AAA. We are like really really small. And
But yeah, I had really small expectations for the game, so the game does meet my expectations
Yeah,
and
me too,
exceeds in a few things. But it's a Bethesda game at the end of the day.
But the thing, I
And-
love their previous games. Even Fallout 76, I like it. So, but Starfield, I'm like they could have done so much better. And I'm glad that it's not really buggy. It's just that it looks boring. It looks empty. And I think the best part about the game is when you get out of the main storyline. When you do your own thing and you explore and you discover your own path. But the main story looks kind of like mid. Yeah.
Well,
So I hope they work on it and improve it like they are doing with Cyberpunk. Maybe they can redeem themselves, you know?
I guess for me, like I was a big fan of Mass Effect, and I feel like this game is structured very similarly to that, where you know you have to click on a planet from like a menu to be able to travel to it, and I really like that about it so far. And I'm looking forward to diving more into the story and the main quests and stuff. So far I'm pleased with it. I'm not hard to please.
Commander
think-
Karl, very easy to please. Everyone, write that down.
Damn right.
I will please you.
That is
But
why
I'm-
he is
I'm-
a Postal fan. Facts.
No, but I'm happy the game is on the Game Pass, and you can try it for very cheap and play the whole game for very cheap. So if I play it, I'll just play it from the Game Pass, I think.
Yeah, I've thought
That was-
about
that was
signing up
smart.
again. I've thought about
But
signing
But
up.
there's some commendable things about it. There's some serious fan service put into that game. Some
And also,
serious
to be
fan
honest,
service.
The modeling, the guns, and the environments look amazing. Like
They
the
do.
spacesuits, the gun, everything. But the thing is, I know their engine is a bit dated. That's not really a problem. Like Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, they didn't have the best graphics, but there's still things people love about those games. It's just that for me, it's like I was expecting more with enemies and the AI and like the way you can interact with them. They just don't. They're very like stupid. They don't really react, and they could fix it. I hope they fix
Wanna
it.
know what's kind of sad though is that
16
and
times the defense.
I know people are going to fucking go at me for this, but the Postal 4 bystanders look better than the Starfield bystanders. I'm sorry.
No,
Hot
they do.
take,
Oh, they do.
Pedro.
No, they
I'm
really
sorry,
do.
they do.
Take.
No, they
Have you
do.
seen those models?
I
Have
mean,
you
I've
seen
seen
those
pictures
models?
that people posted. Yeah.
And-
They have like their
Yeah,
skin. There's no definition. There's no wrinkles, or they look so clean.
but
not
the
main
preset
NPC.
ones,
I'm not saying
the,
they do or
the
don't.
established NPCs, those look better than
But
ours.
is
okay?
their lighting better than ours?
Of course.
Well,
Yeah.
then there
Yeah,
you
of course,
go.
Yeah.
But
Of
but like
course.
I do agree they're using a subsurface scattering shader on the skin, but it's strange because it almost makes them more look like candle wax than it does.
Oh yeah, it might be. I think they should have done it like they do, like in, for example, Red Dead Redemption 2. It's like just on the nose and the ear.
Yes,
where,
exactly. It's the subsurface profile.
Pedro,
Fine, then
people
we
are gonna people are gonna come to your house now.
Yeah.
They'll find you.
Oh shit, here they are.
They
oh,
gonna
fuck.
fuck you up, boy.
Oh fuck.
They gonna
I mean, we've
fuck
already
you
been
up.
blasted on Twitter already over
No.
a
For me-
fucking joke. Over a
Maybe,
For me,
fucking joke.
maybe.
I hope in the end they keep working on it. They release a few updates. They fix a few things, and they've been working on that game for so long. It would be weird if they just let it go, right? Like
Yeah. They're not
uh,
letting it go.
yeah. So
It's not happening.
if I'm not playing now, maybe I'll play in a year or two. Like I didn't finish Cyberpunk, but I want to finish it when 2.0 comes out and the DLC comes out. So
Oh yeah.
I think more than
19
anything,
days.
I think more than anything, Starfield is just a stark reminder that like players have these nearly impossible expectations for games these days.
but for
Yeah,
me,
it's
I
crazy.
didn't have expectations for it because I really hated the trailers for Starfield. So
Yeah.
they didn't hype me at all. Even the 45-minute presentation they did, I was like, oh, the gameplay looks cool, the spaceship building looks so fun, and that was it. Like the rest, I was like, it's just it's
But
average.
yeah, people need to set their expectations a little bit down. Okay.
It's fine. Look how Postal 4 came out, and look how much work we've done, and now we turn it around. So
Yeah.
like if
and
a
we're
small team
still
can do
working
it,
on it.
yeah, and if it's a small team can do it, then they can do it for sure. I mean, I know they're working on Elder Scrolls 6, but come on, like
You know why you should really uninstall Starfield?
to play
The
Postal 4.
pronouns, obviously.
Oh, yeah, the
my
pronouns.
fucking god!
Oh fuck's sake.
You don't
No,
even
but-
have to choose them. It's just an option when you're buying.
Question.
Oh my
Does it
God.
even affect like the gameplay, as in people actually call you by she or he or
I think
anything?
it does. I think
It
just,
does.
Then it's
Also-
it makes sense.
it
Oh, you know one
does.
thing I like about Starfield? The NPCs call you by your name in the game. If you say your name is Mike, then the characters will call you Mike. But like the voice actually will say Mike. It's pretty cool.
Really?
See, if it was something
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
forced in just to be there and didn't have any impact on dialogue,
The
okay,
robot
yeah, that's
dude.
kind of
Yeah.
stupid.
Well,
But it actually has impact on
I've
dialogue.
gotten
so
endless messages about our TikTok because I chose they them as our company, and people are like, "What the fuck is this?" And I'm like, "We're actually a company of people. They
We
them
are
refers
they,
to us
thems.
as a collective." It just
But also, like they did the pronouns in Hogwarts Legacy, and people got offended already back then. So
Yep, people are
actually,
fucking
the running with
stupid.
scissors guy, the guy running with the scissors, yeah, he's definitely
them?
they them.
Well, you
Should we
don't
do
know.
a-
You don't know what the running with scissors thing is that's running. Who knows? It's they
You
them.
don't see a
Should we
little
put
dog
pronouns?
there.
Should we pronounce in Postal 4 in the next update? When you start the new game, you choose the dude's pronouns.
You also don't see a little camel toe down there, so you don't know.
Yeah, the
okay?
dude doesn't have a moose knuckle yet. Who knows?
Yep.
Who fucking knows? Valve banned 90,000 Smurf accounts. Don't know what that means, but sounds cool. And then got
Smurf
the main
accounts are
accounts banned,
basically
too.
okay. So you know how Counter-Strike and any game that is
Dota,
very
yeah.
competitive has like ranks, you know?
Mhm.
And as you get better, you get on those ranks and you play with other people with those ranks. What people do
Yeah.
is they create new accounts so they can play with lower ranks, even though their capabilities are
And
good
destroy
enough.
them.
And
Yeah.
they basically destroy them, which is the dumbest fucking thing ever. If you are good, play with the good guys. But what
And
Valve
I think
did
it's
is
more fun. Is it fun to destroy people after for I don't know. It doesn't sound fun.
it
to me.
is, but I mean, sure. But what Valve did was, fuck you guys. We are going to ban a shitload of you, and we are not just going to ban your alt accounts. We are going to ban your main accounts. So now all these people have been banned for that shit, and it's hilarious.
I like that.
But yeah,
I like that. Fuck sandbagging pieces of shit. I don't like it. Good for you, Valve.
It doesn't sound
right.
fun to just make a new
No.
account and destroy people who are like low rank.
Well,
than you.
it's very
I don't know.
similar to like people who buy likes on their social media. Like,
Yeah, or
isn't the
followers,
whole
yeah.
point that you want people to like you, not that you just have a bunch of likes? I don't know. I guess I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Our next topic is Cyberpunk 2077 2.0 update, which also is the what is the add-on called? Phantom Liberty? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Phantom
Liberty.
Liberty.
Yeah, with Idris Elba.
I'm gonna
Even
play.
if you
it.
don't buy DLC, you still get a bunch of
You,
improvements.
you get the
which is a
2.0
big
version.
plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.0. And
Actually, that's the most exciting part for me is 2.0 more than the DLC. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
what they're doing is basically what we're doing with Postal 4, except we are not charging for anything. But
So you
they
have
do
to
have
buy Phantom
substantial
Liberty.
content,
You have to buy
yeah.
Phantom Liberty to get 2.0.
no. 2.0 is free. Yeah.
It's free.
Oh, okay. But
So
you do got
they are just charging for the actual expansion, but all the improvements, the core improvements, those are free
are
for
free.
everybody.
Yeah, I
which
mean,
is
if we
cool.
made an add-on for Postal 4, we would charge for it too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
But even though, I mean, we have been making some errands improvements.
yeah, that's
and
not what
I
I'm
can
talking
imagine.
about. I'm saying if we made the weekend pack,
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
yeah, we would charge
But,
$400 for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 400.
Main game,
And it,
$40. Small add-on, $400.
yeah. And it would the pricing would make sense regarding the content that we're producing and delivering.
Yeah.
It's not like
The-
in Saints Row where they just touch up an existing map and say, "Hey, here's I don't know how much it was, but here's
We had it 3
here's
houses.
this shitty map with little content and very underwhelming where you can't even use your own character. We're going to charge for that."
But you know, I'm happy in the
Microtransactions
end.
coming to you.
I'm happy in the end they turned the game around and they kept working on it for 3 years now, and now the game is very positive on Steam. And it came back, and people knew the game had a lot of potential. But I'm happy they stick to it because I think they love the lore and the project and this universe. So they are making a sequel, and the TV show was really good on Netflix.
But they're not making any more of the TV show.
No, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. It's made by this Japanese studio, but we don't know yet.
But I enjoyed it.
No, me too. I fucking loved it. They better make more of it. Yeah.
Did you watch
would
that,
be
Carl?
nice.
No, I'm
Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Edge
is
Runners.
really good.
I've heard really good things about it.
It's great.
and
I'm not
it's
even
better
into
than the game.
anime. I'm not into anime at all.
Same, but I love Akira from 1980.
Oh, well, then
That's-
you're gonna like this. You're gonna
Yeah.
like it.
I'll
Yeah.
have to check it out because that Akira.
I love
is like-
Akira and Ghost in the Shell.
It's like
So,
one of my was it Katsuhiro Otomo? Like
Yep.
it's amazing work, and you can tell other movies that guy's done.
yeah, and
it
a
was-
lot
it's
of the stuff
amazing.
from the show is coming into 2.0 actually, into the DLC, which is really good. Like some of the powers you see in the show, like being a cyber psycho, and if you put too many augmentation, your guy loses control, stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it looks cool, yeah. And I hope they make a season 2. So season
Yeah.
1 was huge.
I'll have to check it out.
But didn't they say that it was going to be the last one?
Well, they
Like-
said that at first, but after when they saw the numbers and the money coming in, they're like, well, maybe we should make a second one. So, I mean, maybe they're gonna release it when the second game comes out. Why not? They have time to work on it.
I hope so. It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah. The whole time
How
when I was
about-
watching the show.
How
for
about
it.
we go on to some fantastic fucking fan art real quick?
Whee!
That sound
Yeah,
good to you
We
guys?
better go into it.
Sounds good.
Oh,
Sounds
yeah.
good to me.
All right.
Fart. Fantastic fucking fan art.
I bet it's a doodle that
My
Pedro
tasty
made.
days. A clean ass is happy ass.
You're talking through the fucking bumper, Matt. You fucking idiot.
I'm an idiot.
This week's fantastic fucking fan art that you couldn't hear the bumper for was brought to you by Kommander on Twitter. Check out this Poggers dude. He's got that Poggers face going on. But this is actually a pretty cool piece of art. And
That looks fucking amazing.
it does. And it even has the little postal dude plushie on the top right of it.
Of course, it's good. I
perspective is so
chose
good.
it.
Of course, it's good. Pedro chose it.
I chose
Yeah.
it.
Anyway, we have changed the hashtag for now. So if you want your art to potentially be shown on the podcast, make sure you head on over to Twitter. I will never call it anything else but Twitter. Don't call it X ever. And post your art and make sure you hashtag RWS art. And I would make sure you also, tag us in the post at RWS Studios. And then your art, like Kommaruk's art here, will be seen. For those listening, it's at Kommarux, and I'm sure you can see his post if you go in there and check it out. So thanks,
That is
Kommarux.
really good.
And we've got a lot of fan art. There's tons of it every fucking day. So send it to us. We'll check it out. AMD's Universal Fluid Motion Frames technology could be headed for older graphics card. What does that mean?
It's like the 4000 series graphics card from NVIDIA. They have that frame generation thing that doubles your frame. So it's this. Yeah, it's DLSS 3, but you don't need a new GPU. You can do it on your current GPU. So anyone gets DLSS 3, even NVIDIA, without having to buy a new graphics card. So that's what they are putting on paper. And apparently from the developers that are putting into their game already, they said it really works. So is it going to be as good as NVIDIA? Maybe not. But if it's almost there, why not?
Yeah, if you don't have to buy a new graphics card, then it's not hardware based. It's all software.
Yeah, exactly. So they managed to, because NVIDIA is actually, there's a new thing in the hardware of the 4000 GPUs that are making the frame generation work.
Yeah.
So, and people got pretty upset. I remember when they announced that. But so AMD is like, oh, we're gonna do the same thing through software. I'm sure it's possible. And I'm pretty confident because usually Digital Foundry, they are kind of like NVIDIA team, but they tested the new AMD thingy, and they said it works. It said it's good. So
Cool.
And they are usually more like NVIDIA. So
Yeah.
I haven't owned an AMD graphics card in I don't know how long. I've got a 4090 in my PC.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, but I'm like, it's good for people with older GPUs. And if we put this in Postal, it's gonna be real good. Yeah.
Everybody wins, and I think
everybody
NVIDIA
wins.
should learn from that because they are
I
like,
agree.
oh, you want a brand new optimization thing? You have to buy the latest card, and people are like, well, the point is, I have a shitty card. I want better optimization. So they could learn a little bit from that.
Yeah, I think the whole
do
scalper. There's so many things that made the price go like insane with the scalpers, Corona, the new tech, all that, the components like cost doubling. So yeah, it's gonna go back down eventually. But I don't think now that they know the money, now that they see the money, they don't want to go back. So yeah, we'll see. But it's good news.
Yeah. Elder Scrolls 6 out of pre-production, but Pete Hines says it will be years before we start hearing about it. What does that mean? Means they made some
It means
fucking
2020
design documents?
It means when we saw the trailer in 2017, 2018?
2018,
Elder
something like
Scrolls.
that.
Yeah, 2018. It was way even Todd Howard said it was way too soon. They should have not shown it back then, but I don't think we're gonna see anything until 2025, 2026. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
GTA 6 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh god, I don't know when we're going to see GTA 6 at this point.
Matt, don't you know? Don't you have a friend working on it? What's
yeah,
up?
I have 2 friends working. I know it's gonna be it's coming. It's soon. It's soon. Yeah.
Like the announcement?
soon.
Or...
Yeah. No, the announcement is very soon. Yeah. So.
Cool.
Which means
Yeah.
probably they will take like a year or
don't.
so, which
But
is
wait,
what they
don't
usually
expect.
do.
Don't expect anything in 2 weeks for the 10-year anniversary of GTA 5. They're gonna do a post, but they're probably not gonna show GTA 6. In 2 weeks is the 10-year anniversary, but wait a little bit more. Wait a little bit more.
Did fuck all for the anniversaries of certain games like Bully.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting them to do anything at this point.
Well, don't worry. They're just going to keep selling cracked versions of their own games on Steam. Did you see that shit?
Edition.
Oh, my God. I mean, I get it if you need to crack your own game because you don't have anybody to do it, but fucking credit the people that did it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Credit the pirates. See, this goes to prove that piracy is necessary for preservation, especially when the companies don't give a shit about preservation. We do.
That's why we
have
were
been
shitting about Genovo on Twitter. So
we have been updating the postal games for a while, and we make sure that they're all on Steam. So we care about preservation. So we're not really fighting piracy here, but at the same time, we are giving people options. Rockstar does not give options. Nintendo does not give options.
I think we should add Genovo to Postal 4 to really piss people off. Genovo in Postal 4. And
let's put it in now. The game's been out for a while. We're doing the opposite of everybody else. We're adding DRM later.
Yeah, later on.
Oh, don't worry,
and put it in Postal 2 as well, you know? Put it in Postal 2.
Yeah. And Postal 3. We'll add it to Postal 3 so that it has Star Force and Genovo.
Yeah. That would
Oh, great.
Fucking idiots.
Oh, before we go anywhere else, somebody said recently, and this is a common misconception, we did not take Postal 3 out of the store. It wasn't us. It was Valve because of the fucking DRM, okay?
Yeah,
we
the
have
DRM
fuck
broke.
all to do with it.
The DRM broke. That's just the way it is. They were using a Russian DRM. The war happened. The servers went down, and can't run Postal 4. Sorry about it. Will it get fixed? I don't know. Maybe. For
And we couldn't update it because we
for
didn't have access to the
preservation
page.
purposes, we hope it gets fixed
Yep.
and becomes basically free. But that's not where we're at right
We
now.
didn't have access to the page, so we couldn't update it with a crack. And we would credit the cracker, of course, unlike Rockstar.
Yes. Thank you, Cracker.
Thank you, Cracker.
Talking about this, I was thinking maybe for Postal 4, what we should do so people don't like pirate it, people who cannot afford it. I mean, they can do whatever they want. We're not going to stop them. But we could do like a demo version of like Monday. Is it possible we could just do like a demo of Monday?
No.
Would that work?
No.
Why not?
Because we're not
I guess-
spending,
I mean,
we're not spending time putting a demo together. That's why.
But I guess they can always refund it. You know, they buy it, pay 2 hours, and then refund it. So
That's the answer. The demo is Steam's refund policy.
yeah.
People keep asking, is this game worth it? Buy the game, refund it if you don't like it.
Right.
If you do like it, keep it, play it forever.
Or risk some fucking malware on your computer and pirate it.
Exactly, yeah.
Good
That's
luck.
where I
Just
was
say,
going
if
with.
you're a fan of Postal 2, then you'll be a fan of Postal 4. Just shut the fuck up and buy it.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
unfortunately, if you're only a fan of Postal 2 because there's terrorists and priest jokes, then you might not like Postal 4. People call
Oh
us
my
woke,
God.
Wokestal.
Postal 2 was so edgy. That's what made it so good. Postal 4 doesn't have terrorists, so it's shit, okay?
And woke. It's woke.
And
No,
woke.
there's another
It's
problem.
woke
Is that
trash.
the
woke
people who
trash.
played the game in 2019 and never went back to revisit the game, and they are like, oh, it's just like 2019, right? There's no difference. Yeah. And they are like what? Like, open your eyes. What do you mean there's no difference?
Yep. Fuck them. Fuck them kids. Also, fuck Elon Musk. He showed up at the Valorant Champions tournament and he got booed because he's a fucking dick.
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Musk He's not a fucking genius. He's an above average intelligence, intensely opportunistic narcissist.
Right, and he's actually
Exactly
getting
what he is.
stupider by the day. Like
Exactly.
these rants these anti-trans rants he's going on are fucking psycho, and he's actually talking about QAnon conspiracies on his profile now. Like crazy shit, dude.
I can't. I remember like he was a somewhat okay guy like a decade ago. Now he's just like he's fucking unhinged.
I think it's the power got to him. The money and the power got to him, and now he played with his toys, and he wants people to like swallow.
Well, now
his
he's
pill.
claiming he bought Twitter because it turned his daughter trans, and it's like, no, actually, you bought Twitter because you tried to make a short play, and you were forced to buy Twitter. You fucking clown. You were trying to make money on a short. You offered too much money, and then you got fucking fucked by the board.
God,
it's fine. I just want him to be destroyed by the Zuck. If the Zuck puts him in a ring and destroys him, I'll be happy.
It's not ever going to happen.
Not
But
gonna happen.
Zuckerberg would fucking wreck his fat
I know,
ass.
but that's what I want to see.
Have you seen that guy's physique? Holy shit.
Yeah, we're not talking about Butterbean here. He's no Butterbean, okay? This guy's just a fucking potato.
That would be amazing. Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I'm glad people
This
yelled and
fucking
screamed at him.
asshole. Look at this fucking asshole.
What?
Look at it in the chat. Fucking hell.
Who?
Anyway.
I can't even see the chat, so I don't know what's going on.
Who's the asshole?
Never mind. Not even
you'll
gonna mention his name.
Okay.
Wait, what was the name of that guy last time that was in the chat, like saying stupid stuff?
I don't remember. We did have a jackass in the chat last time, so. Nintendo Switch 2 developer demos at Gamescom. That's pretty cool. I read that they're claiming it's PS5 quality graphics, which to me just says it's probably more like PS4 quality graphics.
No, I think it will be PS5, but also PS5 runs at 4K, and I think it will be still 720 or 1080. That's the thing. That's totally achievable. And also they said most of the games will run with DLSS, so which makes sense. Yeah.
So it'll
I think it's
basically
it's
just
possible,
be like a nice Steam Deck.
It will be a nice Steam Deck. Yeah.
Good. Well, they need to be. It kind of sucks having to make all these extreme. I mean, I'm sure as a mobile handheld, you'll still have to make a lot of extreme cuts to your game to get it to work there, but less so.
But I like Nintendo games. If I want to see what they could do with better hardware, so.
I love their IPs. I love their games. I hate their hardware and always had.
Yeah, that's why they need to move on to something better. They really need
They
to.
do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
and the
they're-
Switch still sells like so good. It's crazy. Yeah.
Their hardware is always behind whatever. They sell because of the IPs. The IPs are good.
Yeah,
but
they are really
What
good.
can you do? Really?
It's fine, Nintendo. I play your game on Yuzu and Ryujinx on PC. Don't worry. They look better. I can play at
Same
4K.
4K, 60 frames, if so.
All right, let's move on to our next bumper. We're running a little long on this one. This was this week's Cool Comment Bro.
Cool comment, bro.
This week's Cool Comment is brought to you by Crescent Mage on Twitter. Mike called me a dumb fuck in an email once because I dropped and broke my little RWS pipe. I've never been the same since, and I never got that replacement. Well, Crescent Mage, we don't have any anymore. Over the course of time, since we were banned from PayPal for selling a pipe, I have sold them on the side, and they are now gone, and we are not going to replace them because that was a fucking stupid product. But thank you for buying one, and you are a dumb fuck for dropping it. So thanks for getting high. Thanks for your cool comment. If you want your cool comment to be on the Running with Scissors I Regret Nothing podcast, make sure you tag us in some sort of genius level comment on Twitter. Again, we are at RWS Studios, and maybe, just maybe, I will make fun of you on here for your cool comment.
Should we have a hashtag for that?
No, there was none on the art, so we could cool comment, bro. Hashtag
the
cool
pipe
comment,
from,
bro.
The pipe from Postal 2 and Postal 4 in 3D.
Oh,
like,
actually,
as
there's a
prop.
fan that 3D printed Postal 2 pipes and painted it, and it's on its way to me right now. So by the next podcast, I'll have one to hold, and and hit right here. I think he's going to be selling them on Etsy or something. So.
Oh, it is good.
Is it functional?
I don't know. I don't know what it's made of, and I don't know if you.
But
can
it's the
smoke.
test.
Yeah, it's good for cosplaying and maybe
blow
getting arrested.
bubbles?
Maybe for getting arrested. Who fucking knows? People always say that. Make the crack pipe, and I'm like, that's not what a crack pipe looks like.
Like a doll, the postal dolls are way better.
Like our
Hell,
actual.
I don't do that shit,
Our
and
actual,
I know how it looks
Our
like.
actual running with scissors, glass one hitters looked more like crack pipes than our in-game health pipes.
Unplayable.
Yeah, literally unplayable. Stray is being turned into a movie.
I love the
Wasn't
game.
there
It's gonna be so
just a
boring.
movie that came out about animals called Strays?
Yeah, it's a with dogs, but it's like a comedy, like a dark
Yeah,
comedy.
it's
or
supposedly
something.
very, very funny. I haven't seen it yet, but it's supposedly very good.
Yeah.
This will probably be less funny. Although I didn't play
But
the game
the
Stray.
game is not funny, so
Right, well,
yeah,
there
but
you
the game
go.
is great.
So if they're gonna make a movie about a cat. So I don't know. We got a lot of cool
Cyber
comments
cats.
about Stray when it came out because obviously we're another game that has a lot of stray cats.
You just
So-
hear a meow, and the people are like, "Oh, he said it. He said it."
I got to tell
said the
you,
line.
since Postal 2 and the sound of the cat, obviously we used a canned cat sound that was in our sound libraries that we were using. And I have heard that cat sound so many times in so many different forms of media.
I've heard that cat sound
tell
since
me.
like late '90s cartoons.
Oh yeah. Whatever sound library we used, it was a generic cat sound, and you hear it everywhere.
time-
It's fucking
Every time I
Wilhelm
test that
scream, the Wilhelm
fucking
scream of
errand.
cats.
It's crazy
Yep.
how many of these like canned sounds for like even farts have been around for like 30, 40 years now.
Yeah, and then obviously Rick Hunter, the guy that voices the Postal Dude, is also like a major voice actor for Clear Channel and iHeartMedia. So like people write us all the time and they're like, I heard the Postal Dude on a commercial for Ford trucks, and I was like, well, it's not the Postal Dude, that's just Rick Hunter. But yeah, he's been doing that since the 90s. So there's plenty of places you'll hear the Postal Dude's voice when you're out and about in real life.
Let's
If you
get,
listen to radio.
Let's
I
get
really wanna
Justin
be
Roiland
Rick.
to voice all of our characters. He's out of work now. So.
Yeah.
You know what? It might work.
Yeah, he's
My popular request.
Yeah, we
Let's
need
get
some.
Mike.
Let's add more controversy to the mix.
Yeah.
More,
But
you know.
but you know, like that's what the streamers and YouTubers love. They love to stream controversial stuff. They're like, oh my god, look at this shitty game. Let's play it for last and giggle.
Did you just call our game shitty, Matt?
You're
Look
fired.
at those shitty games.
Pack your shit. You're done.
You fucking
You're
piece
fired
of
again.
shit. So
No, but like
Deep
you know, like
Silver.
people play games to shit on it. Like they play Starfield, that they shit on the game for 4 hours, but they play it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'd rather we make an okay game and people play it because
I usually don't shit on games that I played for more than 10 hours or so, but I've seen people with like 300 hours with reviews saying, this game sucks. I'm going to give it a negative review. And I'm like,
It's like maybe
Yeah,
you
I've seen
spent
that a
too
lot.
much time playing it, buddy.
baby.
Deep Silver might be to blame for Saints Row's 2022's cringe and baffling tone, which also means that Deep Silver is responsible for the death and destruction of Volition.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
great
fine.
studio,
It'd be
man.
like
Disastrous.
a Kathleen Kennedy kind of Star Wars situation where she has like all the power and tells people the tone and things what to do. Like that's why Star Wars was kind of shitty.
Here's what you do. You make an Obi-Wan show, but you make it all about baby Leia.
Yeah.
And you have to have her have 3 scenes where she's being chased by adults who could catch her in mere seconds, but they have a lot of trouble doing it.
The thing is that I'm sure she's a nice person, but the thing is like, okay, they put her on the movies. Look what happened. Then they put her on the TV shows. Look what happened. And then they put her on Indiana Jones. And look what happened. Yeah.
To be fair,
Like, come on.
fair, Ahsoka is pretty good.
yeah.
Andor was absolutely one of the best shows I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah.
And we've had plenty of good Mandalorian.
Even Bad Batch.
Bad
and,
Batch, Clone Wars Season 7. Like, there's a lot of good shit here. Rebels. But, like,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm not saying it's not her fault for allowing things to run amok. But, if you put out a lot of content, eventually some of it's going to suck.
Yeah.
Just like
Well, look at
Marvel's really been shitting the bed lately. So
Especially Marvel.
No, honestly, like most studio, I mean, look at DC; it's not much better. So
Yeah. By the way, R.I.P. Volition. One of the main level designers from Postal 2 has been there since about 2005. So, it's
yeah.
The studios that make games that are kind of similar to Postal 2 in tone, we're always happy to see them out there and thriving. And it kind of sucks that a studio that's 30 years old is now defunct because of one bomb.
It's especially sad that Volition as a company, they wanted to make Saints Row 2.5. This is according to Flippy, who is a very well-known member of the community of Saints Row. And apparently fucking Deep Silver said, no, we want to make a game about friendship. We want to cut out on jokes that didn't age well. And that shit went so poorly and it fucked Volition over. And now everybody keeps asking, where the fuck is the Saints Row 2 patch? Because those motherfuckers promised Idle Ninja, who unfortunately passed away, they promised that his work would be out. They haven't given any information about it. So Deep Silver, for fuck's sake, do better.
It's also Embracer here. We're talking about Embracer here.
And Embracer.
Too.
Yeah, Embracer as well.
Embracer clearly was in this like buy and dump mode. Like they bought so many companies and now they've cut staff like 60% or something like that across the board.
It's like the
Rockstar
things. I see people shitting on Rockstar for the shitty ports that they have nothing to do with it. It's the
Take-Two.
Yeah, and if you look at who make the ports, it's not even a Rockstar game on it. They just put the Rockstar games because people know Rockstar. But if you look, it's a tiny studio that does mobile games.
But here's the question: why doesn't Rockstar have a fucking team in house that's doing this shit?
Because
they have like Red Dead 2 has 5,000 people. Red Dead 2 has 5,000.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
they're
it's their
stupid
fault.
as fuck. That's why.
Well, now Embracer owns Lord of the Rings and Gearbox. So
But I'd rather have Rockstar dedicating all their time and efforts on GTA 6. To be honest, make the best game as possible. Like look at GTA 5, it was so good. Like Red Dead 2, amazing. So
good.
Yeah.
One day.
Good.
That's
something that we will never say.
PlayStation Plus is going up 35% in price. That's kind of.
I'm not buying it. I'm not paying it.
No.
Definitely. And their fucking streaming platform or whatever that shit is, that handheld.
Oh,
not even
I actually am maybe a target for that because I don't want my PlayStation in my bedroom. I want it in my living room, but I do want to play my PlayStation in bed. And I know there's workarounds with your PC and shit like that. This is a simple way to do it. The only thing I don't like about it is that it doesn't have Bluetooth built into it for some fucking reason.
Nope.
So you're not going to be able to use Bluetooth headset with it? Like, what the actual fuck?
You still have to go through your PlayStation, yeah, because it's.
But my PlayStation's on the fucking different floor of my house.
It might be okay. It might be okay. It might be okay.
It's probably for you, but it's still not for the majority.
What is it? Is it? I think it's $200, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not just going to be streaming it from your system. It's going to be streaming it from PlayStation. So technically, you can use it outside your house. You can use it anywhere with a decent internet connection, which is definitely not a hotel. So, it is odd. It's an odd thing they're making, I gotta say.
Yeah.
This is
it's
what
for
I tell people.
Like a specific audience. Like I'd rather have it than not have it. I like having more options, but it's not. I don't think it's for me. But for example, my Switch, I prefer to play my Switch in bed or in the plane or in the train than on my big screen.
Right.
But yeah, there's the emergence of handhelds. Thanks to the Steam Deck. Now we got the INEO, a bunch of them. Really.
The Roguelite,
My Dogs.
Yeah.
I've got the ROG Ally and I honestly love it. I miss the really trackpads, but I just love having Windows because any like emulator I want to use, there's no extra steps. It just works.
It is really powerful. It's insanely powerful.
It is. It's absolutely insane.
I hope Nintendo is taking notes for their next console. They better take notes. Yeah.
How does
100%
Postal
too.
4 run on the Rogue? Because the reason why it runs so well on Steam Deck is because of the Proton stuff.
I've got it running on all high settings, and I rarely run into any.
Because the Windows, if you run Steam Deck on Windows and you try running the Windows version of Postal 4, it runs like shit. So,
no, it runs great on it runs great on the Ally.
Nice. Here's our last topic because we're over an hour now. But I don't know if you guys saw, there's a new Gamergate out there, but it's for movies. And it would appear that some PR firm was paying reviewers to manipulate scores on Rotten Tomatoes. What do you want to call this
I like
one,
to call it
Pedro?
Tomatogate.
This is Tomatogate.
Sounds like something that's never happened before.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, what? Reviewers
No, but
get paid?
Even Starfield.
The
come on.
horror!
I've seen so many websites giving Starfield 10 out of 10. And I'm like, come on. And IGN, usually I don't really care about IGN, but IGN, they always give a very good review, right? Most AAA games. But Starfield, they gave it a 7, which is pretty low. I guess IGN didn't get paid by Bethesda or something, but I don't know.
I mean, it only has an 83% on Steam right now, which is...
I never look at IGN, GameSpot, Kotaku reviews ever anymore. I look at Steam.
Oh, Kotaku? Yeah. But usually, the one that I do trust is usually it's PC Gamer. They have a pretty on point thing. I mean, most of the time, make your own conclusion about a game, right? Just play it. But PC Gamer, I'm like, they give it like an 85, 86, something like that. It's fair, yeah.
Pretty sure they ignored Postal 4.
Yeah, actually, I'm really upset about that. I want to write them.
They
like,
posted our news like all throughout the game, and then they just failed to review it, which is probably okay because if they play it now, it's better than it was. So maybe I can get up somebody's ass over there about that.
No, please do, because I really want to see what they have to say about it. I would love to see what they have to say.
It'd be nice. I'm gonna actually I'll reach out to our PR guys.
Wait for co-op. Maybe. Yeah.
In fact, we might even get a talk with some people who left some reviews years ago saying how Postal 4 was this and that, saying, hey, try the game again, let's see if you like it now, because even from 1.0 it's already a lot better, runs better,
Well, that's
better.
because 1.0 might as well have been like 0.4, so
0.4.
You know what, call IGN. Call IGN and tell him, like,
I'm going to call Mr. IGN myself, and I'm going to ask him for a re-review. He'll give us a 3 instead of a 2, or a 2 instead of a 1.
Yeah. But will he drop Postal 3 from a 5.5 down to a 0?
Well, and I've been thinking about this for a while, and like, if we had released Postal 4 in the state it's in now, I really don't think our Metascore would be that much higher.
No.
Yeah.
These are
absolutely not.
These people hate us a lot. And that doesn't mean that their old scores aren't better for shittier games. It's just things were different back then. Like, these people fucking hate us. And this was an opportunity for them to hate us. And that's why a lot of the people that shit on Postal 4 didn't review Brain Damaged, because they can't shit on it. It's too good. And they're not going to write a good review.
They managed to give
tell
Postal
IGN
3
and PC Gamer to review Brain Damage. Like, that would be so good. Like,
they managed to give Postal 3 the same score as Postal 2, and Postal 4 a score way below it, which is
hilarious because the launch version of Postal 3 barely ran. So I don't know. It doesn't matter. That's enough for today. Tomatogate in process. Kommander Karl, thank you for coming in, doing some solid work for us. Thank you for helping out. Thank you for coming on this podcast. We look forward to everything you do for us.
I look forward to more of these podcasts. This was fun.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Matt, thanks for staying up so late. I'm sure it's almost 4 a.m. there right now.
It is 4.
It is 4. Pedro, thanks for fucking keeping your dogs quiet. And,
give your balls a tug, you tit fucker.
Give your balls a tug. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. Hopefully we'll be back in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.